going to be. It's not. That wasn't a play. That was real. That's what he is going to do for us from here on. That's who he is. We've identified what he is. Marshall is happy to have him in his room, and we're going to use him as much as we can, and even more.
Advised, my OnlyFans is now 20% off.
Weirdos are gonna come after y'all.
Prime got draws, man. What's wrong with y'all? Prime got draws with great packaging.
Oh no. I don't know who told you that.
Colorado football versus BYU, the one bright spot and the head scratchers that followed. Buff Nation, let's be honest. Last night's game against BYU was a mess. But before we drag everyone through the mud, let's start with the one thing Colorado actually got right, moving Drelon Miller to running back. Yeah, you read that right. Drelon Miller, the dude everyone expected to be catching passes, lined up in the backfield, and suddenly BYU had no answer. Coach Prime confirmed it afterward. That is what he's going to do for us going forward. Marshall Faulk is happy to have him in his room. For a minute, Buff Nation was sitting up straight like, okay, maybe we're cooking here. And then Colorado did Colorado things. The good Miller at running back. This wasn't just a gimmick. Miller was balling. He was averaging 8 yards a carry, running with vision and burst that had BYU's defense on skates. Every time he touched the ball, it felt like a cheat code. Buff Nation was thinking, finally, something fresh, something they can't stop. Marshall Faulk himself probably had goosebumps watching Miller break tackles like he'd been playing running back his whole life. For a moment, the offense had life. For a moment, BYU looked shook. The bad Colorado being Colorado. And then, in classic Buffs fashion, we went away from it. Why? Who knows? Perhaps Pat Shurmur had a flashback to his NFL days and thought bubble screens were the only play in his playbook. Maybe the coaches thought too much success was illegal in the Big 12, but for whatever reason, they stopped feeding Miller when BYU had zero answers. Instead of running the ball on 3rd and 3 when Miller was averaging 8 yards a pop, we dialed up a pass play that went nowhere. Instead of sticking to what was working, we got cute. And Buff Nation was left yelling at the TV like, "What are we doing?" The ugly outcoached again. This is where it gets infuriating. It's not like BYU shut Miller down. It's not like they adjusted and stuffed the run. Colorado just stopped using him. It's the same pattern we've seen too many times. Overthinking, predictable play calling, and getting flat out outcoached. BYU didn't beat Colorado because they were the better team. They beat Colorado because we beat ourselves with stubborn head-scratching decisions. At this point, every Buff Nation fan could probably call a better game from their recliner. Run, Miller. Mix in some short passes. Don't throw bubble screens on 3rd and forever. Boom. Free coaching clinic. The Miller moving to running back was genius. Absolute chef's kiss. That's the one thing I'll give Colorado credit for in this mess. But credit doesn't mean anything if you don't follow through. Instead of riding the hot hand, we got away from what was working. Instead of grinding BYU down, we outthought ourselves. And once again, we walked away with another frustrating loss. So here's my plea. Keep Miller at running back. Feed him, stop trying to reinvent the wheel mid-game, and for the love of Buff Nation, stop getting outcoached in the most obvious moments. Because if Colorado can't get out of its own way, then it won't matter how much talent we've got. We'll keep handing winnable games away on a silver platter.
Coming. Already made reservations. That's the believer. Are you the believer or the believer? I know who I am. You gotta find out who you are. I'm coming.